Hey, hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Core Wellness TV. I'm Dr. Steve Hoffman, and today is another Three Pillars episode, and it's going to be a Rompfest episode, meaning we just got back from Rompfest, which is a bluegrass and roots festival in Owensboro, Kentucky. We took our whole family went down, Rebecca and I, and Nathaniel and Benjamin. All of us went down. Benjamin's 15, Nathaniel's 11, and it was their first music festival experience. Rebecca and I are big music lovers, and especially since John Prine was headlining. Yes, I know I'm a big John Prine fan. It's a love him or hate him type of thing. You know, he's an awesome singer-songwriter, and man, he just inspired me to play my guitar, and he's such a wordsmith. And I said, this is it, we're going this year. And so they got a big dose of a lot of different activities that go on at music festivals. So a few lessons from Rompfest. Number one, the mindset piece. We set up camp, and right up next to us came a gentleman named Wayne. Wayne has never been camping before. He's never been to a music festival before. He was born in Harlem, in New York, New York. And he was breaking out of his comfort zone. He has never done anything like this. Right, and he was just learning. He came with an open mind, and he blew his mind. All the music blew his mind. The camping blew his mind. The experience of community of everybody camping blew his mind. And he was asking questions and wanting to learn. And he was so grateful and appreciative. And he gave us gifts. Right, we helped him. He helped us. It was a wonderful community social experience. Okay, but my point is he busted out of his comfort zone. He did something by himself that he's never done before. That's how the brain changes. That's how the brain rewires itself. Right? Norman Deutsch, who wrote The Brain That Changes Itself, and his subsequent book, The Brain That Heals Itself, or The Brain's Way of Healing, or something like that. He talks specifically about that, and this is interesting because when you get to a certain point in your life, maybe you're around 40, 50 years old or something, you've been doing kind of the same job for a while, and it doesn't require a lot of, you just keep doing the same thing over and over again. Guess what? Your brain is not continuing to put out growth chemicals anymore. In that instance, what puts out the growth chemicals, and it's called specifically brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, it takes learning something new to make that stuff kick in. If you're under stress decreases BDNF. Stress causes dendrites to wither and disappear, right? But when you're doing something new and you're excited about learning something new and you're actually putting new wires together in your brain, your BDNF goes on and your brain is renewing itself. You're building new neurons. The way of the past where it said once you have brain cells die and they never return, it does, right? But you have to be willing to learn something new, to do something new. Okay, so that's so do something new, learn something new, go out and blow your own mind, go on a yoga retreat, go on an overnight camp, go backpacking through the wilderness, do something that scares you, that's a little uncomfortable, right? If you stay in the comfort zone, you're just going to kind of start dwindling away, right? So keep learning, keep moving, keep doing new things. Our boys had an amazing experience, right? They had a huge water slide down the whole side of a hill, all kinds of kids going down that thing and splashing into a big mud puddle at the end kind of stuff. Benjamin, as a 15-year-old, got to go up and stand 10 feet away from John Prine with thousands of people up front in that concert type environment. That's a big mind-blowing experience. So just do something new, okay? Do something new and keep your brain moving and alive. That's the mindset piece. The movement piece is actually, it has to do with me and my I believe, I haven't x-rayed it, but I'm convinced that it is broken, swollen, bruised. My little pinky toe, about a week before we left, I came out of our garage barefoot and I caught my toe on the side of a log and bent it to the side, and it is fundamentally broken. So I buddy taped it, but when we got there Friday, the first thing is you notice that whenever something is injured, you automatically start moving in a different way, right? Like the first day I had to literally I couldn't put weight on it, and I moved. I didn't have a boot, and I just didn't do I should have put a boot on it and done that, but I was just moving like this, right? And the thing is, I had this discussion with someone in the office, is that whenever you injure yourself, your patterns that you get into tend to stay with you. The toe may heal, the toe will heal, right? The tissue heals, but the movement program in your brain that you've been using to get away from that injury or whatever, that movement program likes to stick around. That's why it is absolutely critical and vital that while you are healing, to your best ability, to keep everything centrated and moving in a straight and normal line, right? For me, I have to really focus on toe spreading, because if I don't, I can't feel my big toe. Right now, I'm having to use my heel and the base of my big toe to walk. I can't put pressure on that third pillar on the outside here. So I'm having to kind of spread my toes and really activate my foot muscles to make up for that lost pillar of support. And you have to focus on correct movement while you're healing. And if you just can't do it, and if you're in a cast up to from your hip to your foot on the other side, you broke a leg or something, then you work on the other side. Okay, you make the other side do work, and you make it stay strong, and you can keep this side from losing muscle. You can actually gain, research says up to 8% of muscle mass in the leg that's in a cast. Okay, that's in contrast. What if you didn't do anything and you just sat around? You're going to atrophy this and this. So you move, you exercise, you do as much as you can on the opposite side, right? So I've been doing work on my right foot, and so my left foot does not suffer. And this is especially important, like I said, if you're immobilized in a cast or just really you can't move your body because it hurts too much, or if you're in a sling or something like that. Okay, so moving correctly and making sure that you rehabilitate good movement after the injury has healed. Very, very important. Lastly, the nutrition piece. For our nutrition, and this is something to think about, whenever you go to an event like this where food is going to be a struggle in a lot of cases, where you might tend to just get junk food or bring a bag of chips, what we did is we ground up, or Rebecca actually, bless her heart, made how many quarts? 1, 2, 3. We had 6 quarts of green smoothie to drink on throughout the weekend. And that was every time you wake up in the morning, you just keep hitting that green stuff, and it keeps you grounded and less likely to partake in other less desirable things. Let's call it that. But I will say, I'll give hats off to the Sugar Shack, as it was called there. They had a fantastic play. They had the big veggie thing where it was a base of there had some cheese in it, but then just piled with vegetables. It was like a huge vegetable wrap. And then they also had they called the morning thing, or the breakfast thing, where they just took the veggie thing and just threw a few eggs in it and made that. And it was just they did a really good job of providing some actual fruits and vegetables in their tent, or at the vendor area. So hats off to the Sugar Shack, right? What else? As far as alcohol goes, Rebecca and I do consume alcohol on occasion, and what we'd like to do, like on occasions like that, whenever it's a big party atmosphere, you don't want to be drinking sugar all day long. If you're gonna drink alcohol, drink something clean. We just use a clean bourbon and some soda water, and we use just a splash of like a splash of a 7-Up or a splash of a Sprite, and where it's not this much, you end up, because you put this much alcohol in your drink and you pour the rest of it with soda. By the time the weekend's over with, you've drank 6, 7, 10 sodas. I don't know. And that's not good. So we use soda water, and then you bring lemons and limes, and you throw lots of that in there too. So go light on the alcohol, heavy on the water, right? Stay hydrated. You can use water or soda water. We can switch back between soda water and spring water or reverse osmosis water. And then lots of lemons and limes to keep the citrus and keep the vitamins and minerals going through you that way. And so that's how to be good when you're being bad, right? So anyway, hope you learned a few tips from the post-romp experience. And remember, get out there and blow your mind. Drink lots of green smoothies. And what was the other thing? Blow your mind, drink lots of green smoothies, and you make sure when you're injured, you still focus on correct movement and form. Okay? All right, that's it for today. Thank you very much, guys. If you like this kind of information and you want to feel better and you resonate with the way I teach, come join us in the Core Wellness Institute at reversecpsnow.com. That's reversecpsnow.com. You can learn all about what's inside the Core Wellness Institute and how to use your mindset, movement, and nutrition to reverse the downward and unhealthy spiral of unhealthy aging. All right? That's what it's all about. Thank you so much again for listening. And if you're here on YouTube and you want to leave a comment or ask a question, always visit the blog that's in the description box down below. All right. Bye-bye.